my fellow 4th graders, my name is Jibin Joseph. I am here to help you guys out with some 4th grade math. Alright, so basically we're going to start off with order of operations. So basically in order of operations, you have to remember PEMDAS. P-E-M-D-A-S. P for parentheses, E for exponent, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. Alright, so basically you go in the order of the P-E-M-D-A-S. However, M and D could be switched around and A and S could be switched around. It's basically you read it from left to right. So let's start off with number 1. So first we see parentheses. So in the parentheses we see both division and subtraction. Since we see division in front of subtraction, we start off with that. So 28 divided by 7 is equal to 4. And then 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. And now you just go divide from left to right. So 0 divided by 90 is 0. 0 divided by 38 is 0. And then 0 divided by 49 is 0. So your answer is 0. Let's do number 3. So basically, we continue doing what we're doing. We see parentheses here. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So then your equation is 4 times 3 times 8 times 1 minus 1. And now we see a bunch of multiplications, so we do it from left to right. 4 times 3 is 12 times 8 times 1 minus 1. 12 times 8 is 96. So 96 times 1 minus 1. 96 times 1 is 96, and then minus 1. And then 96 minus 1 is 95. So your answer is 95. And I guess we'll do, let's do number 9. Alright, well, first we start off with parentheses. And here we see multiplication. And then since we do it from left to right, you start off with 29 times 5. So 29 times 5 is equal to 145. So it is 18 plus 1 plus 145 times 10 plus 15. So then what you're going to want to do is do 145 times 10. So 145 times 10 is equal to 14,500. Sorry boys and girls, it's actually 1,450. So basically, now that we know it's 1,450, our new equation is 18 plus 1 plus 1,450 plus 15. And then so it would be 18 plus 1,451 plus 15. And then you do 18 plus 1,451, so 1,451 plus 18, 8 plus 1 is 9, and then 1 plus 5 is 6, and then 1, so your answer is 1469 plus 15, and then 1469 plus 15, 9 plus 5 is 14, 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8, and then bring down, so your answer is 1,484. Oops. Wrong area. I'm so sorry, boys and girls. So 1,484. Alright, so let's move on to multiplication. So these are all pretty hard multiplication problems, but remember how to do it. Alright, so we'll start off with 2. 64 times 88. So you want to do 64 times 88. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 6 is 48. Plus 3, that's 51. Then 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 6 is 48. Plus 3 is 51. So then 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 5 plus 1 is 6. And then 5. So your answer is 5,632. Now we'll move on to number 6. 58 times 79, 9 times 8 is 72, 9 times 5 is 45, plus 2, 47, 7 times 8 is 56, 7 times 5 is 35, plus 5 is 40. So now, once you finish all the math, your answer should be 4,532. Alright, and then we're going to move on to equations with variables. So basically, what you're going to want to do is, well, we'll start with number 2. So we're trying to find x, and so you basically do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. So 72 minus 38, and then once you finish that, your answer should be 34. Then number 5, you'd have to do the opposite of, actually, you don't really have to. Basically, since we know 109 minus x is equal to 43, that means 109 minus 43 should equal x. So 9 minus 3 is 6, and then 10 minus 4 is 6. So your answer is 66. And then we'll move on to number 9. Basically, we're going to do the opposite of multiplication. So 96 divided by 8, 1, and then 9 minus 8 is 1, bring down to 6, 2. Your answer is 12. That should also be in your multiplication table, boys and girls, but if you don't remember, that's one way to do it. And then here, we'll do number 13. So x times 5 times 2 is equal to 60. So first, before we try to divide it, you're going to want to multiply these two. So it should be x times 5, x times 10, since 5 times 2 is 10, is equal to 60. So then you have to divide 10 from both sides, so x should equal 6. Alright, well, let's move on to word problems. Alright, we'll do number 1. If Jake starts school at 8:45 a.m., what time is it after 7 hours? So basically, boys and girls, you're going to want to remember how a clock works. So because if we just do addition, 7 plus 8, then it's going to be 15. It'll be 15:45. However, 15:45 isn't a real time. However, one thing we do know is that if we add 7 hours, then we know that it's going to go from AM to PM. So basically, what we could do, we could just list it off. So basically, one way that I like to do it is, since we know it's 15:45, since we know there's 12 hours in half a day, and since this is after PM, all we really have to do is 15 hours and 45 minutes minus 12 hours, then you should get your answer, 3 hours and 45 minutes. Or 3 hours, 3:45, and then since it's not AM, it will be PM. And then we'll do number 4. So number 4, if we can work 10 hours each day for the first 4 days of the week, so this should be easy. 10 hours each day, first 4 days, just do 10 times 4. If you guys forgot what it was, you could always just do it like that. And your answer is 40 hours. But that should be it, boys and girls. Hope you had a good time.